You're calm. You're reasonable. You are accommodating. And then suddenly, something flips. You may not even recognize the words that are coming out of your mouth. You might be thinking, who was that person? What just happened? It was like I just lost myself there.
Oh
The
no.
problem isn't that you're bad at communicating. It's that you were never equipped with the skills to connect to yourself and the relationship within those high stress environments at the same time. This isn't a random pattern. This is something that you have learned over decades, over your life, through all the different environments that you've existed in, whether it's growing up, within work, your family, your relationships. This stuff has become hardwired in you. You've learned adaptive habits, things like minimizing how much you feel, how strongly you feel about something, holding it all in, because if you're not going to keep the peace, then who is? But eventually, the pressure builds. You can only hold so much inside until finally, one day, it's over. You explode, you shut down, or you just say, that's it, I am out of here. But what comes next is the really painful part. It's that shame. It's the regret. It's thinking, okay, how am I going to be better next time, calmer next time? But things don't change because you've learned to avoid. And that isn't weakness. That is self-preservation. That is a learned adaptation to just say, fine, whatever. I guess this isn't getting solved, so why am I going to keep giving it my energy? But what happens is that these explosions, they're not coming from nowhere. They are delayed truths. They are delayed conversations that you need to have. They're not a lack of control. They are trying to hold on so tight and control until finally it gets to be too much. This is so common in women, especially ones that are empathetic and care about the relationships and the people that are in their lives, whether it's their family or their workplace. This isn't a communication problem, and I cannot stress this enough. This is an issue with self-abandonment in those small moments. You have left yourself long before things finally come to a head. It's all about your body, your brain, your nervous system trying to keep you safe. And the best thing that it can do in that moment is think, I need to get it all out and push people away. These explosions are your body's way of finally releasing all of that tension, all of those unsaid words that have been building in you for so long. Let's face it, women, we're rewarded for being things like easy, calm, low maintenance. And let's call it how it is. Sometimes keeping the peace feels far safer than telling the truth, because you don't know what possibly lies on the other side of that. This pattern, it worked. If it didn't, you wouldn't have started developing it. You saw time and again that when you did this, it got you the results that you wanted. Even if now it's having a little bit of that side effect, that is why it stayed. It gave you what you needed in that moment. It may have de-escalated it. You may have escaped that pain, that frustration in the moment. It served its purpose, but it's not anymore. Conflict isn't when things go wrong. Things go wrong long before the conversation, long before those feelings start bubbling up inside of you. The most important shift isn't about how can I say this better? How can I be more perfect in these conversations? How can I become more assertive, more forthright, have more succinct ideas that I am sharing? The shift that needs to happen is not leaving yourself in the first place. In the next video, I'll show you one small thing that you can notice before you shut down or explode, and why catching it early can change everything.